Alright, time for Team Battle Renekton. This is a lane one, cause I can lane too. Anyhow, I think my masteries were 921. Yeah, this was a panic pick actually. My runes are the trouble ones, you know, tag damage mixture of red, like I think it was 10 armor pen, 9.6 tag damage. Anyways, obviously Lee Xin and whatnot. They sent Rammus up against me, and Renekton bullies almost anybody, and Rammus won't be any different. He has Regrowth Pendant, meaning I'm going to really hurt him because he has no, survivability and way of healing himself other than, staying away and losing farm. So I just casually last hit, and I go towards, just hitting him when I can, just keeping him away from the creeps. Anyhow, when I play a lane and I can be aggressive, I tend to be really aggressive. I push the lane, and I mean, people are starting to say, "Oh man, M5's pushing strategy." No, I know a lot of players who've been doing this. M5 isn't the the ones who've innovated or anything. They've just been the first ones to want to do it in a tournament setting, because everybody in high level or in tournaments has been the whole passive farming thing. It's pretty much been that whole thing. But some players know the value of pushing like crazy and trying to kill people and junglers. However, most people are afraid of doing that. In any case, Blitzcrank came to try to gank top, but he's low on health, and he'd probably die if he tried. But now here's my retard moment. I regret everything about this. Anyways, Doran's Blade, go back top, angrier than before, and just start farming. Just continuously farming and try to push the lane. I know that Blitzcrank is low on health, so he had to go home, and he hadn't tried ganking anybody, and if he did, he probably failed. And like at most, he can't gank me, because what's he gonna do? I'll survive and then just go back to healing myself back to full Q and being Renekton. The best target for him to gank would be bottom or mid. Bottom being awarded and crap ain't gonna happen. I go into his jungle and start looking for him, and I go see if I can pick a fight with Vlad, because mid is having problems. So, and the jungler is sort of preoccupied doing God knows what. So I go down there and start making things happen. Once more, I just push the lane. I take all the farm. Like, I miss few CS, mostly because want to pick a fight with Rammus instead. But I think I'm in like third place in the form of CS right now. I'm doing some pushing, roaming, taking the creeps from Blitzcrank, and I catch Blitzcrank and his red, and I pretty much go up and murder him. If it was somebody else, it probably wouldn't have gotten away with that. But Blitzcrank is Blitzcrank. This Rammus is probably going DPS Rammus. He's probably going to build a lantern based on his build. He has Philosopher's Stone for obvious sustainability, but that doesn't mean I still can't wreck his face. He probably should have bought some armor. So once more I go off to see if I can screw with the Blitzcrank. It was obvious he was doing red, but he backed off. Vladimir came up to try to help him, but I knew he was coming, so I set up, I immediately dove into him to deal some damage. So that counts as sort of a gank. However, Janna gets trapped, gets caught by Rammus, and I make sure to block her pass so she doesn't get pulled, and I, just escape. They kind of burned all their CC already, though I took a good amount of health, damage. Nothing, killing a few creeps and healing myself won't help. Now I'm going to buy Wriggles. Some people will skip this entirely on Renekton, and it's funny that I rarely buy Wriggles on junglers, but I buy it on laners a lot. I buy it for sustainability and to counter jungle, and you'll notice that real quickly. Once more, me and Rammus just exchange blows, and to me it doesn't matter. I have more survivability than him. I would have killed Rammus, but Gangplank ultimate happens on top of me, and I decided just not to pick a fight there. And now back to casually farming creep. I inform my teammate that Rammus is gone, but he's in the bushes, surprisingly. So I just, he was porting home, and I decide to try to murder him. He taunts me under the tower, and this could have gone wrong in so many ways. But luckily, I barely survived. I was like, one more tower shot, I would have been dead, and that would have pissed me off. It would have been the second time I do something stupid that way. I go up and take the enemy red since Blitzcrank is dicking around at bottom. Easily my red. And easily my wraiths. So there, this is what I mean. Push your tower or just be aggressive. Nobody can do much to you. I wanted to see if I can hurt Vladimir since my jungler is kind of not doing much. But, alas, it's Vladimir with boots. Now again, I try to be aggressive. Blitzcrank, I see him coming by the river, and I just dive him and basically eviscerate him. He's forced to use flash, and he's nearly dead again. There's a fight against Vladimir, and my Udyr initiated him, didn't have mana to finish him off, and obviously Vlad would flash away and survive. So I managed to pick up the kill there, and we get a dragon. Now I have Phage and no Magic Mantle. The no Magic Mantle was kind of, you know, not really needed since I'm not fighting AP or anything. You know, this is one of my favorite things. I get initiated on by Blitzcrank, and I jump. I get caught anyways, and Rammus is going to initiate on me as well. Second, I get hit, I use my ultimate, and I don't run away like most people would do. I know I can kill these kids, so I stay and just destroy them. Blitzcrank is the first to die. I turn back on Rammus. Rammus thinks he can take me with his ultimate, and then I think Gangplank ults or something. No, I think, yeah, Rammus just... Yeah, there's the Gangplank ult. I kill Rammus. I kill both of them. I'm like, I stood and fought. Some people would just, like, burn everything to run away. It's like, no, man, I can kill these kids. I wanted to steal red, but no, Rammus is like, no, it's not cool, bro. It's not cool. Alright. So my team is winning right now. I'm farmed up the ass. I believe I'm the #1 in CS right now. Also, you know, have some kills on me, like tanky as hell. I'm gonna build a Warmog soon. No, this one is kind of a dumb moment of mine, I have to admit. Vladimir's gonna face check the bush, so I'm just gonna, you know, cleave his face to pieces. We almost kill him, but he's got that little pocket heal of his. He survives. My dash fails, so I don't get the double dash. And instead of sticking with my team and probably helping them not die and I kill a few things, I chase Vladimir, because I hate Vladimir that much. Now you'll notice quickly that for some reason this is AD Sona. And support whatever was down there, I don't know. So yeah, they stick around, and I can just go, you know, from behind. They have no ward, I guess, and tear a new one on this Sona. Yeah, I don't think this was is a serious game after noticing that Sona was 8D. Now I didn't even know that until, you know, way later. Anyhow, Sona's obviously just gonna get killed, and just wasting my time. Push bottom, get another dragon. Hooray! This means this is my Warmog here. I'm going for, you know, the totally original Atmog's build, and you just saw my Udyr, I don't know, get too close and get pulled in and die. My strategy is always legit. And I love doing this. I love people getting too close and thinking I'm not gonna hurt them. And I love popping my ultimate just as I'm about to get CC'd. It's like, that's kind of already a deterrent for some people. If they see your ultimate go off, they know you're probably going to want to stick to fight, and they'll back off already. It's like the Shaco box syndrome. It's where you're chasing a Shaco, he puts down a box, and with that you just give up. It's like, it's not worth chasing Shaco. Anyways, Sona would have died here if, like, my auto attack, if I didn't, you know, if I actually clicked her and I didn't mess up the clicking auto attacks click, and my Rammus would have probably not gotten away because Sona would have died a lot earlier, and I would have been able to put my attention to Rammus. Whatever the case is, I steal more red, I am farmed, I am fed, and I'm just itemized. I'm gonna be a beast, or I already am a beast. Bottom lane, Sona and Vladimir decide to throw their life away. And Blitzcrank gets a little too close, and I know I can, you know, deal a lot of damage and be okay with it. So I just dive him, and he dies. Yay, and I get another kill. But though I'm not gonna die with Rams. Screw that. So what was my next? Oh yeah, Atmos too. Now, there's one thing I enjoy in this game. It's caster types, including AD casters, like Renekton. God, oh yeah, he's a team fight. Udyr gets pulled in. I use my ultimate. I'm in the fray, just stabbing, slashing at things. But then, you know, I take too many tower shots, and my teammate decides to go upwards and get killed, and therefore we can't have this fight anymore. Dragon is reborn again, and I slay it. Anyways, as I was saying, I like casters, and I like AD casters. When Renekton came out, I had such a huge stick, but he came out crap. Then they buffed him, and he became a man. Then they nerfed him, and he became okay. Right, team fight here. Rammus decides to go in on Janna, and she gets pulled as she ults, so Rammus goes into the Wraith camp. Like, the entire fight is just a mess. Sona gets picked off easily, and I go to focus Gangplank. He flashes or something, I don't know where he goes. Oh yeah, he chases somebody else. Oh, there's a flash. So I change my attention to Vladimir, and I go save my teammate from getting killed by Blitzcrank. I'd rather not have Blitzcrank collect any bounty or anything, so I make sure he doesn't die. He probably wouldn't have died because Sona had, Soraka had heals and stuff. We died Rammus. I didn't slow it down, so it exploded. And we push Inhibitor. Now, here's one of my things. Vladimir gets hit by a tornado, so I immediately just jump him. Like, we could have fought this, but my teammates were a little reluctant to, you know, fight. I'm like, it would have been okay. They were focusing me. Their Vladimir was nearly butchered. Like, yeah, we should just, you know, stuck to fight there. I instructed my teammates to steal everything, but they don't steal red. And they're telling me to go get Baron. No shit, we could get Baron right now, but it's still unsafe. The only reason we get Baron is because they didn't think we were going to get Baron at all, because nobody should be, you know, this kind of reckless. My Soraka didn't check fully for wards, even though he had said he had. So this is incredibly risky. Pop my ultimate, just so I can get that last boost of strength to kill the Baron before they steal it. I was that worried. So we have Baron, we're fighting. I'm focusing, like, you know, Soraka. I'm in the middle of everybody. I'm like, they can't kill me, so I'm just getting a lot of free damage onto them. Like, there's nothing they can do to stop me. Soraka just gets butchered. Gangplank's killed. It would have been a penta, but Rammus decides to run away instead of being the man, giving somebody else penta. Then I hit the fast forward button because nobody wants to see this, and it's a victory. Yay!